1997, 1998, I'm sitting around in my front room with a bunch of reefers like you, a bunch of people, and we're talking about how crazy this hobby is. You know, what can we do to celebrate this hobby? What can we do to learn more about this hobby? What can we do to keep people in this hobby? Because there's lots of ups and lots of downs, but it's part of the journey. It's all part of the fun. But anyway, this idea came up. Let's get the vendors, let's get the consumers, let's get the, you know, all these people, manufacturers, let's get them all together in one big building, and we'll bring in people with corals and frags and all of this. A few people in the room went, "What are you, nuts?"
Hi, I'm Dr. Tim from Dr. Tim's Aquatics. We're here at ReefAPalooza Orlando.
I'm here with Julian Sprung with Two Little Fishies. I'm here with New Era with JT. Hey guys, I'm here with Edgery from Living Reef Aquarium. Hey guys, I'm here with Sean of Void Enterprises.
Hey, I'm Cher with EcoZotic.
Rich, well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. I'm here with Steve.
Hello, I'm Scott Kohler with Red Sea.
Hey guys, I'm here at ReefAPalooza with Ralph of CJ. Hey guys, I'm here with Crystal Clear Aquatics, here with Darian.
Yep.
I'm here with Joseph of Unique Corals. I'm here with Alan from eShop.
Hi, it's Terrence from Neptune Systems.
Hey guys, I'm here with Eric from Alphagen. So I'm here with Mark, funny guy right here.
Just making sure the mic's closed.
Yeah, I know.
Good. He's messing up.
I know.
Blooper.
You are hard at work. You have new products almost every time I see you.
That's true.
So
today
we have something here. Now this is unique. What is this?
This is a pillow for small fishes. You know, when they go to sleep.
And we need that in the hobby.
They need that because, you know, we give them rocks and it hurts when they go to bed at night. You know. What? No, this is one of our new products. It's called Metazorb, and it's a polymer that absorbs metals, hence the name, make it unforgettable. Basically, there's a company called Periodic Products, and they're located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and they developed and patented a polymer. They did this with the EPA for the Superfund toxic waste cleaner. And it has an incredibly high capacity for absorbing metals. So this is what the polymer looks like. It's actually a powder, a very fine powder. And it absorbs its own weight in metals. So this quantity would absorb 1 part per million of metals from 20,000 gallons of water. And crunch that down to aquarium size, it would absorb 80 parts per million total of metals in 250 gallons. So our little package, it's packaged in this pouch. This isn't really a pillow. You put this in any canister filter, hang on the back filter, or even in the sump of the aquarium, as long as it's in a place where there's strong water flow.
Okay. You have a lot going on right now. One was a lot of hard work. You said about 2 years you just rebuilt your website.
Yes.
Now why did it take you 2 years to rebuild your website? What did you put into it?
Being lazy helps a lot.
Okay.
But no, I worked on it a lot, and then I take a break and I come back to it and I'd work on it more. And it was always something that I had to do between doing orders for my customers.
And first, let's know, what website are we talking about right now?
MeLovesReef.com, best website ever that I've ever owned.
Okay, so I know you have products,
Yes.
a lot of products there. You have a lot of articles.
Yes.
Now, what was new? What did you add to the site now?
Well, specifically, the whole shop itself is like new compared to what in the past it was these PayPal links.
Okay.
And it was just like 19 items, and now I have like 65 items, which is a big jump for me. And you can navigate it easily, and there's cross-pollination of items. But The other parts of the site, I added the 400-gallon documentation. Everyone wanted to know how the tank came to be, and there's no build thread to follow. So they needed a place, and I've been putting on there quietly, even when the tank leaked, and I had to get a new tank. I'm still building this section of a tank that's kind of not really around, but it's up. And I added the 60-gallon aquarium, so it's got its own page. And the critter ID got revamped, and while I used some content, I added the predators to that section. So now if you have this critter, but you have this item, will it eat that? So I wanted to include that.
And first, JT, we have been missing each other since Reef-A-Palooza, California, back in last October. So I finally cornered you. Finally, you know, got you to do an interview because you've just been so busy. You have a hot new food on the market, and I've been really anticipating talking with you. So you have some unique things here. First thing I want to ask you is about the flake food. I mean, these are some huge flakes.
Yeah, so as you said, we do have a very large flake, and these are actually quite small to what we feed to public aquariums. Some of the flakes we make are that big or so. So we do have a very unique product. We've kind of taken a step away from the competition. We've done a lot of research and development on these diets in particular. So we're looking at is a full range of marine diets. These are complete diets. They're actually what's called cold extruded, so the pellets are very, very soft. The flakes are large. They're very malleable. You actually can mold them to any shape or size you want. And those will last in the water for 10 to 12 hours, not a problem at all. As far as the ingredients go, we're actually using the whole entire shrimp, the whole entire squids. Really, these are complete diets. They're not meant to be supplemental feeds at all. We started off in the States a few years ago. We focused on public aquariums, which is very unique for a pellet food to be feeding to a tank that's 6 million gallons in size.
And what public aquariums?
Oh geez, we have over 60 public aquariums in the nation using our diets, and we're just getting started too. Over 160 around the world. One of the biggest aquariums in the world in Singapore uses our food as a staple go-to diet. So they're not feeding it out as a supplemental or snack, if you will. It's actually a staple go-to diet.
Well, you know, I'm at the Atlanta Aquarium. Are you there?
Atlanta Aquarium, yep. That's one of our bigger clients.
Great.
The National Aquarium in Baltimore, the New England Aquarium, and go on. SeaWorld, and go on and on and on. And they'll vouch for us that they do very well in our food.
Today we're going to show you our new E-Series light that's coming out in about 15 days. It'll be available on our website and at all our local authorized dealers. But this is a full spectrum light. It actually comes with its own wireless remote built-in timer. So it comes with RGBW chips in it, a red, green, blue, and a white. The white is a mixed spectrum with an 8K and a 10K. All of our lights are remote control activated, so there's some fun features with it. You have dynamic modes on the bottom. So thunderstorm, cloud cover, fade in, fade out. There's a 15 to 30 minute ramp up and ramp down on it. And of course you can adjust the intensity of every individual LED chip.
Awesome booth here at Reef-A-Palooza. We went to Steve's store, about a month or so ago?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. And then my cousin got bit by
the clown trigger. That's right,
So I just wanted to come by, say what's up.
Definitely.
You have a really cool booth.
Awesome.
How are you enjoying Reef-A-Palooza?
Man, Reef-A-Palooza has been great, guys. If you missed it, sorry. You guys got to make sure you come next year, especially to Orlando one. We have some of the nicest corals around. I mean, the vendors here, Victor with Worldwide Corals did a great job. I mean, really, it's been a great show, great turnout, a lot of people. You're here, you know, everybody should be here, so.
We're here at Reef-A-Palooza Orlando to show our two latest versions of the popular Max aquariums, the new C130 and the C250. Well, these tanks have been very popular for us. We've made some notable improvements to this version. First of all, our skimmers are much more user-friendly. We've added a flow control regulator on the skimmers, which makes them much easier to adjust and also makes them less prone to variances with the evaporation in the aquariums. Additionally, we have removed the power center, which was always incorporated into the aquarium, and we have placed that now into the stand of the aquarium. This gives us two really big improvements. First off, it increases the overall volume of the sump area in the aquarium, but it also allows us to utilize a larger power center and gives us two spare slots, so you can even add on your accessories. If you wanted to put a UV unit, additional power heads, or any other components, you can actually plug these into the power center and have a corresponding switch to control those. So just as with the former model, there is only one plug that leaves this entire system, but it can now even handle 2 of your own accessories.
Now, there is something unique that you have here at the show,
Why,
and
yes.
you wanted me to try.
Yes, we do. This is very unique.
Here it is. Now, why don't you tell them what this is?
This is a Phyto Pop. It's made with phytoplankton by a company called Hero Pops. And I've got Thomas to try to eat this thing.
Okay.
Now, people do survive. It's really pretty cool. It's that spirulina, and spirulina is high in protein and beta carotene, so it's actually great for you. And people have been eating it for thousands of years, Incas, Aztecs, Mayans, and people do pretty well on it.
I do pretty well on it.
Drum roll, please.
Okay. Well, now, for those who follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you guys know that mostly my main diet consists of Chipotle, but I will try to try something different right now. All right, so here we go. All right. Now, you said a few other people tried this, right? Julian Sprung, a couple other people at the event, they tried this, and I interviewed them, so they're still around.
Yeah, no,
okay.
yeah.
All right. It's good.
There you
It's
got
good.
it.
It is
Word
good.
from the source.
Yeah, I'll take another bite because it's really good. Your booth looks really good. You have lots of corals. Your booth is busy all day. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys do and what kind of makes you a little bit different?
Well, we've been in business for about 2 years, and I think we've been very thankful that we are where we are in Orlando with guys like Worldwide Corals and Top Shelf, these bigger stores, these reputable stores. They've made us step up our game. So we've been concentrating on building our store more, the infrastructure of it, and now we're concentrating on our livestock. So for the past year, we've been growing out all this stuff for this show, actually. So high-end chalices, high-end A-cans, and then of course your bread and butter. So we've teamed up with Reef Savvy, and that Reef Savvy has built most of our store. And at the same time, when it comes down to certain things like this, you know, it kind of sets us apart when we do an 8-foot shallow tank. You don't see things like this very often, so we're really pleased with their quality of work.
All right.
What were we talking about?
Well, we were just finishing up with the pillow, all right, and then now we are moving on to magnets. Some of them we've seen, and you have some new products.
Yes, I do.
As well.
Okay, you're familiar with the Veggie Mag.
Yeah.
I think we demonstrated that last time. Well, Veggie Mag, I designed it to work up to 3/4 inch glass, which it does just perfectly. But shortly after we started marketing them, a few people would call me up and say, you know, I've got a big imperator angelfish, or I've got a clown triggerfish that eats your seaweed, which is great, but your Veggie Mag is not able to stick when that fish goes and tugs on the clip. It works perfectly fine with my little tangs, but a big fish will pull it away. And then I thought, aha, okay, yes, I have another product there that I'm going to need.
So you have a monster fish mag.
I have the monster. We call it Mega Veggie Mag. So we'll market the whole product together. And this has a 1-inch neodymium magnet, N48 power, super strong. So that will work on 3/4 inch glass if you have a Flamingi tang or a Naso tang, something really, really big that's able to tug away at this. So that's coming out really soon.
So we learned about your website, but I know people want to learn more about you, how long you've been in the hobby. Tell us a little bit more about you.
I don't know anything about you. Let's just turn this around and you answer all my questions.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'll make you a deal. You tell me one thing about you, how you got in the hobby, and I'll tell the audience one thing about me.
All right. Do I get to ask the question?
Okay, go ahead. All right, so I'm going to ask you the question. When did you get in the hobby?
1998.
Okay.
How precise was that? I was getting divorced. Actually, I walked out of the courthouse with the papers in my hand, went straight into a fish store, and bought an aquarium. It was time to spend money on me. Now, when did you start Thomas Vision TV?
A year and 2 months ago.
That's your whole answer?
Okay. I started it a year, 2 months ago. I was working as a recruiter, and for about 10 years. Before that, I was in film. But when my daughter was born, I kind of switched things up so I could make some money, because film didn't make money. I was just getting, coffee for producers. About 2 years ago, I found out I have, and a lot of my subscribers know, but I have a brain tumor. So then I quit my job.
Can't even tell.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You're not doing any weird blinking or leaning to the left.
But it's the personality. All the jokes comes from the tumor. It made me more creative.
It's a tumor.
You have an awesome looking booth as always.
Thank you.
So rather than just look at equipment, let's look at why we buy all this equipment anyway. You mind showing us around, and some of your favorite corals here?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so take us around.
Yep, no problem, Tom. We have a lot of really nice stuff. I think the one thing that stands out when most people come to our booth is the gold torches from Australia. There's only a few people that collect these, so they're always in demand. Some of the other really cool things we have are like the Black Hole Sun 8-can, the Iron Man 8-cans, your Rainbow 8-cans right here, and then Rainbow Gonapora. I mean, this section right here is just screaming with rarity and color. When I selected all the corals from our raceway, I have 6 huge raceways to choose from. So right here is what I would put in my own tank. Fire and Ice Zoas, fully covered rock, really cool. If you have a nano tank, slap that right in the middle. It's like an instant reef. Over here is a really cool blue and orange echinophilia. This is like a gold, orange, pink Cyphastria, pretty fast growing, will encrust all over your rocks. This is kind of the famous strawberry shortcake. This is special to me because I actually named it at MACNA 2009. The name stuck, and now everybody knows the strawberry shortcake. So that's a cool piece. What else can we show you? These Rastazoas right here. Those are always a crowd favorite. Grow fast, they cover. It's like making money every time you see a new polyp. Another $15. Good investment. What else? This is a beautiful green bird's nest. Something that's pretty hardy if somebody wanted to step into the SPS worlds. They grow fast, they're very fraggable, very easy to work with, they build you confidence. And then of course our Corals for the Cure cancer plug. My partner Scott Feldman recently lost his dad to cancer, so we had ReefGen make these plugs for us, and we glue our frags onto it, and they've been selling, and we donate a portion of the sales to cancer research. And then we have another display over there with even more crazy stuff.
Many of you know about our one and only live nitrifying bacteria for starting up your new tank. That's our flagship product. But once you've got your tank started, what happens is a lot of people get algae. And why do they get algae? It's an unintended consequence of your protein skimmer and maybe even your UV. That removes the bacteria from the water column, but it leaves the nutrients, so cyanobacteria and hair algae can grow in your tank. And we have a product to fight that called Refresh. Now Refresh is a natural product. It won't upset your protein skimmer, it won't kill the nitrifying bacteria, and it'll take care of the cyanobacteria and the hair algae. But once you've treated the symptom, you really need to get to the root cause, which is waste away. And that's our #1 selling product for reef tanks. This is a combination of 8 bacteria that we've isolated from our own aquariums that takes care of nitrate, phosphate, dissolved and particulate organics, which are what feed the cyanobacteria and the hair algae. So a combination of using the Refresh followed by the waste away is a natural way to get rid of that cyanobacteria and algae that's in your tanks.
What do you love most about the aquarium hobby?
Watching everything grow. I just love to put a little piece of DNA in my tank and watch it and see it get bigger and bigger over time and see a little frag become a colony.
Okay. Now DNA, I never heard of that coral. Is that from worldwide?
No, it's just what I call it. I just never give up on a polyp. I'll have a coral just dying and dying and dying, and I won't touch it. And everyone's like, oh, you gotta take it out, you gotta frag it. I'm like, I ain't touching it. It's already dying. You want me to now manhandle it, cut it, do all this? Like, just leave it alone. If any DNA survives, I'm gonna let it turn into something. And I've watched SPS turn down to 3 little polyps. I mean, 3 little flowers, a speck in death, and I just left it alone, and then it started to spread, and it rebuilt. And it's frustrating because you lost all that time of growth, and now you're having to rewatch it, you know. But at the same time, it's life. And I even try to think of, like, let's say a frog spawn.
Yeah.
I have this frog spawn, it starts dying. So, I mean, not in really bad shape, but there's something wrong. I will try to save it as if it's the last frog spawn on the planet and it's my job.
That's awesome.
Because no one else can get one, kind of an attitude, rather than, oh, I'll get another one tomorrow. I don't look at it that way. It's life.
That's great. And I think that's good for the hobby, too. If more of us try to do that, we would learn more about corals and more corals who would survive as well.
Yeah,
So now,
they should have a chance.
It's your turn. I'm a little bit scared.
What other health problems do you have?
Oh my God. Products are you displaying here at ReefAPalooza Orlando?
Oh wow, long list of products we're displaying. We're mainly displaying our skimmer line. We're basically known for, you know, our skimmers and our sumps. Back then when you were doing our foam cases and our jellyfish, those are accessories that we had like to have fun with, but our main line composed of basically our skimmers. This one right here is one of our new series, S series line. This here is S150, as you can see here, and the number is basically rated for S150 up to 150 gallon.
Okay.
And so the cool feature about this is that, you know, it's such a small footprint. It's really compact because then the pump is internal, and that's what people like. But it's actually a cone shape too, whereas there's a bubble plate inside as well, and then it causes the bubble to just go up a crazy vortex, and it makes it more efficient skimming. The good thing about all our skimmers too, that we're running a Sicci brand. The Sicci Italy pumps, they're amazing, really good brand, and like basically the best skimmers carry the best pump, and the best pump is basically the Sicci pumps.
As always, we're featuring our Canon here as well. This is the Flood, the all actinic. It's also available in a 10K, 12K mix. The panoramas and the stunner strips as well.
I'm going to show you guys a little new stuff. You guys have probably heard of Apex Fusion, but what we've added just now is the ability to control your Vortec pumps directly from Apex Fusion, which you can do on your computer, on any mobile device, just as easily. So we're going to give you a show of how to do that. If you've seen Apex Fusion, you know that it's a web-based interface to your Apex. With the Vortec, you use the WXM module, and now you can control all of your Vortex, right and left. In this particular tank, you can go and see what mode they're in across the day. All of this web-based, easy to control. So here I've got, it starts out in lagoon mode, ramps up, the reef crest, it pulses. But then what's really cool is that if you have two of these, you can actually run one as a slave to it, sync and anti-sync to that pump. Really cool stuff that we got. And then finally, the best part about Apex Fusion, even with this, is that on my phone even, I can do the same thing. I can come in and control my Vortec right from my phone. So it's one interface. You don't have to download a separate app. You don't have to do, you know, all sorts of contortions to make your Vortex do what you want them to do. Pretty cool stuff.
Make it good.
All right.
People are watching. They're looking at you right now and saying, don't ask another silly question like this.
Where will you be 5 years from now?
Oh my God. Okay. Now, would Rich be one? No.
I'd love to see that happen.
All right. So
can you include me in that?
Where will I be 5 years from now? So, channel-wise, right? Oh, okay. Channel-wise, what I would hope to be is Tank Wars will be somewhat more evolved. Maybe even have made it to TV. So who knows?
That'd be cool.
For initially, right now with Tank Wars, I love it being on YouTube because I feel like we, the hobbyists, we own it.
We're here showing the Hyper Reef system that we developed from Sicci. We've had 3 years of development in this product. Some of it is similar products you've already seen, but we wanted to come out with a very simple way that you could keep a reef with really no other additives needed. It's a 3-part ionically balanced magnesium, calcium, and alkalinity supplement. And then Hyper Coral, which is a very unique product. It's an amino acid blend with vitamins and a carrier that it's absorbed rapidly into corals. You get a huge growth rate increase, huge color increase with absolutely no organic buildup, and protein skimmers aren't affected at all. So when you dose it, your skimmer won't take out and starve your coral. Your corals will absorb it. And then Calanus, which is it's an Arctic zooplankton. We're the only source of this in the world. It has a higher amino acid content than Cyclops, and it's used as a coral food, and small fish will eat it, and it also is a color enhancer.
Here at Crystal Clear Aquatics, we try to invent products that are going to help store owners, service people, and the end users. And we have some really inventive products. This is ZapCal. You can clean a fully encrusted powerhead in coralline algae within 30 seconds. It's a quick 30-second dip. You rinse it off, it looks brand new, and you put it right back in the fish tank. We have a lot of innovative products like Zaptasia. This is a new product gel for eliminating aptasia, which are nuisance anemones. Our formula is a really thick gel. It's got a consistency of toothpaste or Vaseline consistency, and it sits right on the aptasia anemone, and it sits there and it does get rid of it, and the growth rate coming back is very, very little. We have it in 4-ounce refill bottles. We have kits and syringes already packed. This is the 8-pack. We also have a smaller pack which is the 2-pack, and the most popular product is our starter kit, which has the 4-ounce refill and the syringe and the stainless steel tip needles.
We have this. This is a feeding ring. Those people who feed pellet food or flake food, and if they have an aquarium that has a surface skimming overflow, you experience the aggravation of watching the food just go over the overflow before the fish can feed on it. So a feeding ring, a floating feeding ring, helps. This one will float on the surface, you put the food in, it's retained within the ring, and then it falls down where the fish can eat it. And it's magnetically coupled. We use the same parts from the Veggie Mag, and that will hold it against the glass, and you could adjust the position to bring it closer to the glass or further away depending on where you locate the magnet. It has this armature. Okay, in addition, we can take the ring off, and we have just a little cap like that, and not only does that show our logo, it can be used with the New Era grazer that goes on there, so you can magnetically position the grazer so fish will feed on that, and it's, you know, it's another way of offering food. We will have other devices that will attach into that hole for other types of feeding.
Now, we already took a look at some of your products, but this one had a little interesting story behind it. Why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about it?
Well, for years we've made an internal filter for freshwater aquariums called the Shark. And we bring some of them in the US, but all of a sudden we had a huge surge in business. And we were getting, you know, stores that were reef-only stores. We're buying 10 and 20 pumps at a time, or filters. So I sent our sales team out to see what they were doing, and we found out they're modifying them all. They're using them as a reactor, which you can see here. And what you can do with the Shark is by simply, when they come in, the canisters are hooked with magnets. And all you have to do is take the sponge out, you slice a small piece of the sponge, then put it in the bottom of the unit. At that point you can use bead-type media, and it'll just churn. The bottom dial lets you adjust the flow. You can add canisters together just like this if you need to add carbon or something above the churning media. And the stores were using them for GFO and using them for biopellets and putting them in the back of nano aquariums. And so we did this little bitty tank to show people, you know, how they were using them. And they're not expensive. We've got stuff $60 and lower, and it's a great plug and play, just works.
Yeah, I wasted my question.
Wasted a question.
All right, hit me again.
What is your favorite coral?
Oh man. I'm a mixed reef guy.
Okay.
So I like everything
mixed reef
there.
too.
I mean, I put them all together in the same tank. I'll have anemones and LPS and SPS and chalices and acans and clams and shrimp. I mean, I put it all together, but I really love SPS.
Okay. Well,
you know?
Can I be a little bit more specific there, or a little? What is your favorite thing in your tank?
See, I can't answer that one either.
Okay.
I am watching that staghorn colony, that main prize piece that's been growing. It's, you know, it grew from 3 little twigs.
Yeah.
It just looked like a fork, and it's this colony now. And it was growing while my tank was still being built. Okay. It was sitting in the temporary 215 that lasted 18 months. And when the tank finally showed up, pop on the top, and it's just working its way upward. And I mean, how can I not see that first thing every day? It's obvious to me. And it's a very pretty coral, and it depends on the lighting too. Because when my tank's in 10K mode, where it's daylight, it's brown with white tips. But when it switches to the 20K mode, which it does 3 hours later, it's green with blue tips. And so I get to see 2 different colors. And then if I climb up on top of my walkboard and look down in the tank, it's amazing. It's even more pretty. Every coral is more pretty from above. That's why I'm constantly taking pictures from above. I use the photo boxes and stuff like that.
Chemipure blue.
Blue.
It's new and it's blue, yes sir.
So now, what is the difference between this and the other Chemipure?
Well, the Chemipure and the Chemipure Elite, obviously Chemipure has been around for over 50 years. Chemipure Elite is the same formula as the original with GFO added. The blue is a completely new formula, much more faster acting, much more effective than what either of the 2 original products are. We use an extruded pelleted carbon from Germany. It's 0.08 millimeter, very dense. It's got about a 30% larger surface area than what your granulated carbon has.
It also is super low dust content, so it rinses very, very clean very quickly, which everyone who knows ChemiPure will appreciate. No black sinks, black hands, any of that stuff. Instead of GFO like we have in the Elite, we're using a new hybrid resin which pulls the phosphates out very effectively, very efficiently, drops your levels down very quickly. There's a secondary resin in there which is doing your nitrogenic organic waste, so it's pulling out all of the excess pollutants and other waste products that aren't caught up by the carbon. Another value to the product is it is doing a larger volume of water as far as treatment goes, whereas your old, your 5.5 ounce in the original of the Elite would do maybe up to 20 gallons. This is doing 35, if not more, gallons. On your half unit, your full unit is doing about 75 gallons and then some.
We've also changed the glass itself. In the former models, which was the Max 250 and the 130D, had the rounded corners. We've now incorporated the more modern looking square corners with the black silicone. And one of the chief complaints that we've seen regarding black silicone is after you've scraped your aquarium for months or years, the black silicone ends up having jagged edges. So we have put in a rigid plastic backing which actually protects that silicone and keeps the aquarium looking new for years. Still has all the same conveniences and features of the former models, such as the 3-position hood. Can open up just to have easy access to the aquarium, feeding the fish, general maintenance, and can raise up to this fixed position, which gives you wide access to the system, or of course up to the 3rd full position, which gives you complete access to the tank. The skimmer can still easily be accessed just by lifting up this back panel. You can easily dump and maintain your skimmer cup. We've also incorporated a media basket, which is again very easily reached back here, and you can put in your carbons or other resins that you may wish to utilize in the system. A integrated timer for your lighting is in the back corner as well, and you can make adjustments to the photo period of your aquarium in 15-minute increments throughout the 24-hour period.
This is the higher capacity Metasorb, and we have it packaged in this egg-shaped cage, which is very simple to put into a filter sock where the water is rushing down from the overflow. It also has a nice catch here that allows you to zip tie it to any object so that you can have water flow very rapidly going over it.
Live feed system's going great. We have 3 to 4 stores interested in coming on each week. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get fresh plankton to the end user. And this is the best way we figured out how to do it. So we have 3 cones here, and each cone, well, one will have copepods, one has fresh phytoplankton, and one has rotifers. Now the cool thing we got here is we got the AccuFinder, and what it is, it's just a magnifying lens which we're putting on the side of each cone here, and you can see the pods swimming by. They wave to you as they swim by, you know, side stroke. Anyway, so it's going well, and people are having great success breeding and feeding.
These are the stony coral kits and the soft coral kits. These are really good sellers, and they contain everything you can possibly need, including all the stainless steel tools, the glues, the epoxies, the reef discs, reef plugs. See everything that's in there? And then individually sold also are the glues. We also have purple glue to match coralline algae, the purple epoxy, even reef glue accelerator, and gel glue sold in tubes. Everything you possibly need.
So, oh, great. Now this is very unique right here. Why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about this?
That's the that people look at and say that's very unique as far as that goes. So this is our mini marine grazer. We do have a tropical version and an African cichlid version as well. So this is one of the 3 that we actually do have. This is a replacement for nori sheets. Actually has 7 types of marine algae in it. 5 types of nori, ascophyllum, ulva. Also has mollusks, crustacea, vitamins, and minerals, and a very lean lipid profile. So it is a complete diet for all types of marine, omnivorous, herbivorous species of fish.
Now, when you put that in a tank, how long will it last before it dissolves?
Well, as the full line is cold extruded, the pellets, the flakes, the grazers, if you were to put it into just an empty tank of water, it wouldn't break down for 10 to 12 hours.
Oh, wow.
But it wouldn't leach any ammonia or phosphates for that period of time either. Now, it depends on the system how many tanks you have, but they are very thick and dense in nature, so you can put a grip on that. It will last a decent amount of time in the water. We recommend you put it first thing in the morning and then pick at it just like they would the natural ecosystem.
If people want to find you, where can they look?
MilosReef.com is the best way.
Okay.
You can try to email me or you can try to tweet me and all those other silly ways. I'm on Facebook a lot. I'm not on forums so much.
And on your website, they'll be able to find products, articles,
solutions,
DIY,
pictures, videos.
A lot of great stuff.
Yeah, it's full. It's a huge website. Backing it up takes hours, and I know there's 997 articles right now. It's almost 1,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane.
What in it? You want to disappear?
Yes.
Disappear? Let's disappear. Ready? Just
yes.
Click your fingers and disappear.
I'm going to talk a little bit about the acrylic clear polishing systems,
yeah,
and I'm going to demonstrate the home kit.
Okay. That seems really cool. So why don't you take it away?
Okay. This is a kit designed for the person who wants to go into the polishing business. If it's a guy who has an aquarium service company or dealing with public aquariums, this kit comes with all of the pads, all of our tools to do acrylic scratch removal and polishing outside. It comes with our system to do polishing underwater. Don't have to move the animals, don't have to take the water out. And it comes with our kit for polishing glass. For the first step, I'm going to take a new piece of acrylic and put a scratch in it. Can you see that on the camera? Okay, our basic home kit comes with a sanding block. The block is designed a little differently than everyone else's. You can't hold it wrong in your hand. It comes with 3 grits of sandpaper, stick-on grits, 1200, 800, 400. For this demonstration, we can start in the middle with our 800. This is plain water with a drop of dishwashing liquid to lubricate it. You wet it down, wet the papers, and now we're going to go ahead and sand in one direction, across the scratch. Don't have to work it very hard, you don't have to press very hard. Just a little bit more left. Okay, now the scratch is pretty much out. Now we're going to turn the material, go to the next grid of paper, and we're going to sand across the way we sanded before to smooth it all down. There's a touch visible still. Okay, now it's smooth and even, and we've got to polish it back. The kit comes with an arbor that you use on your drill at home. And 3 pads. The first pad will smooth out all of the sanding. Now we have a pad that's a special synthetic fiber entangled pad, and this will put the polish on it. There's a process for glass, it's similar. It uses different pads. It's temperature sensitive. It's available in our professional kit. It's not something that you should try without training. Now just put a finish on it and I'll show it to you. Can you see that?
How can they learn more about your product?
Well, they can find information on the website, aquariumdesign.com. That's the best way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not going to be, it's just on you. Right
Oh,
now.
all the pressure's on me.
Action. What about now?
Do we need a green screen?
What do a type of reefer?
I can't wait to see where you go with this. You're so pretty. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right. I didn't remember the whole conversation.
Well, excuse me. Because the aquarium hobby is nice and mellow.
I prefer
but
Rihanna.
I also believe it's fun. Rihanna?
Yeah, just get some
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Dance?
No, I'm going to have you do that.
The Rihanna dance?
Yeah.
I did it yesterday. So, yeah, you can stop it right now.